you consider useful the European Union Erasmus Plus exchange program through which you've been financed to come to Danubius University?
Well, I do believe it is very much useful because it not only gets people to get to know one another, but is more useful when it comes to different practices of teaching, when it comes to research frameworks and research trends that are being evolved in Europe today, and looking from the perspective of a country which wants to join the European Union family. For us in Albania, it is very essential to have such communications and to exchange the best practices regarding teaching and research, and also to know somehow even the way how something can be done regarding the higher education system. Because in today's Europe, even though we want to join the family, even for us, we need to also see for ourselves where we are in this family. So what can we contribute to the European family? So in this way, this experience at Danubius University here in Galați, I believe it is essential not only for us, who we want to develop in the near future, but I believe also for the University of Danubius University itself, since it gets to know, probably and we hope, the next child of the European family.
Well, I consider it a very, very useful experience in terms of students and teachers also. For example, in terms of students, they will expand, or they will have the possibility to expand their experiences in communicating with their foreign Romanian peers or even other students. And in terms of professors of teaching, in expanding their experience in teaching, and also in scientific research or in communicating with students or with peer professors.
Being part of this program is really useful. For example, for the fact that it's a way of a new way of looking at things, having a good approach with other colleagues with another background or with the same background, knowing better how this university works, and going more in deep to the research in itself. But by the other side, for the students, it's a good way of life because they change the style of life, so it's really new experience.
Okay. Will you recommend and disseminate information about Danubius Erasmus Plus exchange program to your fellow teachers and students?
I believe that is a given. So the experiences that we have gained here, it's really valuable to all of our peers, to our colleagues, and most essentially to the students, because they are the ones who we are working for. So that thing is a given, as I said it before. So it has a sense not to say no to that.
Well, I already have done some talks and discussions with my colleagues and also with some of my students, and I will definitely inform and discuss with them about this experience in order to share with them and to open another perspective for them to join this or to apply for this type of collaboration between universities.
even for me, this will be a good point of view to share the experience I took here to my colleagues and to the students, because for them it's a new experience that if they stay in the same city with the same people, with the same friend, they will never have the possibility to exchange what they knowledge are and how to improve their knowledge in another perspective, which will be a foreigner perspective. So I think that is really useful, not only for professor, for my colleagues, but also for students. So I think that I will push a lot to them to, why not, let's try, it will have good results.
How do you intend to disseminate the good practices about Danubius Erasmus Plus exchange program to your fellow teachers and students in your university?
Well, in our university, the dissemination of information, it is done in many other ways. Of course, that is going to be through open lectures, because we also need to report about what activities we have conducted. It is going to be also through informative minutes and emails. But most of all, I believe, which really works in the Balkans, is the positive word of mouth. So in meetings and also to disseminate the information for common grounds of research and common grounds of teaching, that is going to be very much valuable to our colleagues, but as I said it even before, it's going to be very much valuable for the mobility of our students. So the way of information dissemination, it's endless, actually, and I believe that even some of us will do it also through the social media, and we have already done it. And we are seeing some results, some people who are curious to come and apply and see what they can do.
Well, being in the position of interaction with students, I'll have the best opportunity through lectures, during the lectures, to talk with them about this experience, how the students in Danubius University are engaging, are collaborating with other peers from other countries. And also I'll have, I think I'll have some informal talks with my colleagues about mutual interests or interests of research and also teaching in the future, I think. I hope.
For me, for my point of view, the fact that I have been part of this group of exchanging professors and touching the experience of Romanian university, how they increase their self after transition and now as member of European Union, it will be a good example even for Albanian, who are a country who wants to be part of this European community. So the way how these universities achieve these results, for me as a professor of law, it will be a good point of view how to exchange the experience of Romanian universities in Albanian and how to create a kind of link or comparative views, perspectives between these two universities and educational systems. So this will be a good way how to show the experience taken in this exchanging program in Albanian with the case of a Romanian one, in papers, in research. So,
okay. Do you consider useful the European Union's Erasmus Plus exchange program, through which you've been financed to come to Danubius University?
Yes, this experience, it's a wonderful experience because we can exchange a lot of things with colleagues, with students. We can talk about our programs, how to improve them, how to collaborate to create new programs and share ideas, not only in the lecturing, but in everything that it's linked with higher education.
Yes, for me it was very useful because I have good experiences with students and teachers here, and so except that I see the culture, the students, the town, everything.
Okay. Will you recommend and disseminate information about the Danubius Erasmus Plus Exchange program to your fellow teachers and students?
Yes, I strongly will recommend Danubius University.
Okay. Share.
I was attracted from the idea of creating a new program, the similar program and joint program in second level of teaching, and I'm very attracted from this idea, and maybe we in the future we have a more intensive exchange, and this is linked with dissemination for the sure.
How do you intend to disseminate the good practices about Danubius Erasmus Plus Exchange program to your fellow teachers and students in your university?
I need to have more time here to understand better the things, and after that I'm well prepared to be very strong in this point of view to disseminate everything.
Okay. Same question.
Well, I think this experience is useful for me for the students in Albania to spread this experience.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.